PGA European Tour is brought to you by Volvo.
The snow lies deep and crisp and even close to the Alpine summits at Crans-Montana, host of the 1985 World Skiing Championships. But down below, it's meltdown on the plateau above the Rhone Valley. Europe's top golfers are shooting hot scores at the picturesque Crans-sur-Cher course, 6,000 feet up in the Swiss Alps. This was Sam Torrance yesterday, building a solid platform, a big lead, closing at the 9th, his 18th, par 5, almost the eagle, and a great round of 63. Some paternal guidance from Father Bob, trying to get his hands and arms to work more in unison with his body. It's paid off. Change of putter too, from day 1 to day 2. Back to the Vijay Singh, slightly heavier broom handle, and the result of all that, rounds of 65 and 63 and a 6-shot lead. Course celebrating its 50th anniversary as the venue to the Canon European Masters, incorporating the Swiss Open. My name is Mark Robson, and we're bringing you live action this afternoon from what should be a fascinating third round. Well, there's the updated leaderboard for you, and Sam Torrance moving to 16 under par. But look at the charge from Colin Montgomery of Scotland. What a round of golf he's having. He's gone birdie crazy this afternoon, hitting several irons stiff and holding several big putts as well. Paul Curry playing excellent golf too as we go live, and just in time to see Barry Lane getting up and down from the bunker, and 6 under par for Barry, but well behind the two Scotsmen, Montgomery and Torrance. Lee Westwood at the 12th. Second shot, birdie opportunity. This hole, 388 yards. Just to remind you, if you haven't been watching the golf this week, that the ball flies about 10 to 12% further in the thin atmosphere, high in the Alps here. Landing in the shadows. Pin at the 12th, as you can see, set 4 paces in from the right. Now here's the man of the moment, Colin Montgomery. He's now 15 under par. I can tell you he held a tram liner at the 13th. He really does have the ball, generally speaking, on a clothesline today. All singing, all dancing display by the Scotsman. And he's got a couple of birdie opportunities here, par 5s. Good shot. Down in 2 for yet another birdie. Leaves himself with a long putt. But a 60 or even a 59 from Montgomery is not out of the question. Montgomery began the day at 6 under par. So he's 9 under for his round today. This par 71 Crans course. Ross Drummond. And right on line, but Seve did a similar thing a few moments ago. Under clubbing. And now Montgomery is tied for the lead. Sam Torrance missed a short putt at the 11th to drop a shot at the par 3, and he's gone back to 15 under, 1 under for his round today. Montgomery, though, is the big story. 9 under par for his round. Severiano Ballesteros showing some good form today, but look at that for a card from Colin Montgomery. 9 birdies today, not one dropped shot. 5 birdies now in a row, and on target for a 6th at this par 5. He's now had 24 birdies in this tournament, and Torrance had the comfort of a 6-shot lead this morning, and he hasn't played badly today. First sign of weakness coming at the 11th. But he needs to get up and down here, Torrance. And he's played that pretty well. But he showed susceptibility on the last green. And missing from short range, and he faces a similar type of putt here. Nice seve. Four under par today. 3 under after 36 holes. And he's played another excellent shot, Seve. This is more like the Spaniard. Sam Torrance, appropriately dressed in cream this morning when he was on top, but no longer. First Lee Westwood, Paul Broadhurst making up this 3-ball, the final group of the day. 2 under par for his round, Lee Westwood, and what a season he's had. 4th on the order of merit, with over £300,000 to his name. Good strike. Beautiful putt from Westwood. And he moves into double figures. Red numbers, double figures. Torrance beginning to creak just slightly at the moment. Began the day well, pitched stone dead at the first for an opening birdie. And at that stage he was 7 shots clear, but no longer. And that's an important putt for Torrance. 2 bogeys in a row would have been a severe blow. And now look at that, sharing the lead head to head between the Scots, and setting things up for an exciting final round tomorrow if it stays as close as it is now. Paul Broadhurst, first round leader, began the day 8 under, stays that way. Now Montgomery, whose ball striking today has been as clean and crisp as the Alpine air. And the way he's been playing, don't be surprised if this goes in. No one has ever broken 60 before on the European Tour. Plenty of 60s. That looks good. Oh, another birdie looking likely for Montgomery. And this is turning into being one of the rounds of the season. Ross Drummond recorded his best ever finish in Europe this season, 2nd at Sliley Hall behind Retief Goosen. Seve for a birdie at 17 after that immaculate approach shot. And well, he's pulled 2 short putts in a row. Ooh, cracking putt from the Swede. Nordberg playing only his 4th tournament of the season, has to rely on invitations, but hopes to go for his American Tour card this year. This 13th reckoned to be seemed to slice across that one. Going to be a good par 3, the 16th, the toughest par 3 in the course, the one that Seve redesigned. There's been mixed reaction to that. Montgomery. Well, everything's dropping, everything's working smoothly, perfectly. 16 under par, and now Montgomery, for the first time, takes the lead. Incredible golf from the winner of the Order of Merit for the last 3 seasons, Darren Clarke. His long game's been wonderful. His putting, not so good. And really that encapsulates in one stroke the big man's season. Began with a brace of 68s. Well hold, but the mannerisms tell their own tale. Montgomery in reflective mood and ahead of Sam Torrance, the Andre Agassi haircut and beard. Sam wins here and Agassi wins the US Open. There'll be thousands of kids with haircuts like that on Monday morning probably. We have to wait a few years though for the beard. Well, Monty knows within himself how close he is to breaking 60 because he's a par 5 left. The 17th is definitely a birdie opportunity as well. Very few players managing to get the ball up to the hole at this par 3. Thanks Lee Westwood. Torrance. They are 1 under par today. 3 wins last season, 3 wins the season before, but suffering a reaction by his own admission this season. And once again short. This par 3 fooling them all. Working on a slightly different impact position with Bill Ferguson, Paul Broadhurst. And a great iron player. And he gets it just about right. Sam Torrance spent 5 hours on the practice ground at Wentworth on Monday with Father Bob, who's coached him for 38 years. But he's 1 shot off the lead now, Sam Torrance. Colin Montgomery putting together an epic round of golf. Paul Curry in 3rd place, Lee Westwood now in 4th place on his own. Now Seve missing a good birdie opportunity at the 17th. And looks like it's well right. Managing to avoid the bunker that he himself deigned to put in when asked to redesign or toughen up this course. And he should get relief from the advertising hoarding, all right. 16 under par. Began the day, believe it or believe it not, at 6 under, 10 under par, parring in for a 61. He'll be thinking 59. Good news on his father is that he had a triple bypass operation and things are going well, successful. There's the awesome setting. Good holiday you could have here. Ski on the plateau, on the glacier, in the mountains, Mont Blanc in the distance, and then watch the golf in the afternoon. Might do that next year. Paul Curry, a European Tour winner in the past, giving himself a bit of work to do there. Still plenty of room to work with, and it is a par 5. They were blasting all day here yesterday to dislodge some of the snow up there. Still a fair amount about. It'll be more in a couple of months' time when the ski season swings into action. And this golf course will be once again under snow, as it is for 6 months of the year. Well, Seve, no relief, and he has to chip out sideways. Seve producing great golf at times. Plenty of birdies, but lots of mistakes too. Seven under par represents good golf, good scoring all round from Seve this week. Remember, he chipped in at his 18th hole yesterday. And that to save par. Latin mutterings. Final group on the course. Westwood for birdie. Scandinavian Masters champion. Really has had a wonderful season. One off the lead now. If you just joined us, Colin Montgomery is tearing Crans-sur-Cher apart. Oh, great putt by Torrance. Oh, what a reply. Well, he's holed some crucial putts this afternoon. This is building up into a Scottish shootout in the Swiss Alps. Broadhurst after an immaculate tee shot. And it's as simple as that. Moves under par for the day. Westwood for a par. Only 23 years of age, Westwood, and a great future ahead of him. Ex-England boy, youth and full international. Remains in double red figures. Another glorious day here at Cron. Sun shining, pleasantly warm. Less of a breeze than there was yesterday. Just big firs rustling in the zephyr, but no more. They start us at 18. No. Well, it may have had the legs. If it had been on line, looked like it was going to finish short. Drop shot, but a second consecutive 68, and things looking up slightly for Seve now. He made the cut in the French Open where he shot 66 in one of his rounds, but apart from that, it's a disappointing season. Much more like it now, though. Amongst the trunk slammers this weekend, that's American slang for missing the cut, and it's a good, clever term if you think about it. Bernhard Langer missed by one, Ronan Rafferty as well. It's Paul Curry rolls one confidently in. This is David Guilford also missing the cut. Steve Webster, the Tour School winner of 95. Roger Davis, 68.75. Alexander Cheka missing out. Costantino Rocca. Jamie Spence, even though he went 79.66, but it wasn't good enough. Sandy Lyle, Des Smith, Mike Harwood. His slump continues. It's lasted 4 years to date. With very few highlights. 82.71 for Harwood. Stephen Field played well in the German Open and playing well this week, and it's very important to him because he needs a good performance here to keep his tour card. Oh, so close. Field at the moment 126th on the money list, top 115. Keep their cards next season, plus 15 from the Challenge Tour. He needs another, I would say, £6,000 or £7,000. So top 15 finish here would be a good result. Real pressure. Got his livelihood to think of. Look at that though, 68. Fine round of golf. David Guilford shake hands with Stephen Field and Severiano Ballesteros, who of course he played with in the Ryder Cup in the 4 balls. Inspired Guilford to some fine golf on that day when Seve wasn't playing too good. Oof. Lost drum in that. Looks like it's in the water. Can't have been lying that well, and certainly failed to make any sort of solid contact on the ball. This is where Colin Montgomery is at the moment on the 15th, having birdied 14. Looking to par in for a 61, and this is a fairly straightforward par 5. Pin 5 paces in from the right. Quite a few players had problems with that bunker left side in the opening 2 days. The pin was cut quite close to it. 520 yards long, but eminently reachable in 2 in the thin atmosphere, thin air here. As you can see, it's given up plenty of birdies, 137 in all. Montgomery this season attempting to equal Peter Oosterhuis's record of 4 consecutive Order of Merit wins. At the moment, second behind the absent Ian Woosnam.
Yes, but I mean, he didn't have a carry. It was a good line. That's where the pin's on the toe. It's not as much downwind as it was yesterday.
Ten under par today. A misjudgment or a misstrike. You probably can't believe there's no applause because it was right on line, so he'll know that it's either short or in sand. When he gets up there, he'll find that he's got a pitch and a putt for a birdie. He's now sharing the lead with Sam Torrance. Both men 16 under par. More live golf from Switzerland in a moment. Colin Montgomery at the absolute peak of his game this afternoon in Crans-sur-Cher. He's 10 under par for his round today. His second shot to the par 5 15th, though. One club too little. But look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 birdies in a row. 10 in all. No blemishes. And up and down here would take him to 11 under for the round. And then 1 birdie in the last 3 holes would be a 59. It's never been done before on the European Tour. Right on line with that second shot. Pin in a tight spot there. Doesn't seem to be lying that well. Yeah, had to dig it out slightly. The way he's playing and the way he's putting, he'll feel confident about holding that. Ross Drummond for the birdie, so his second shot must have stayed dry. That's a good looking putt. Oh, just at the last minute. Last half dozen rolls of the ball, and
Okay, finish it? Yeah, go ahead.
so Big Ross, 6 feet 4 inches, will finish out. And with Darren Clark and Ole Nordberg, and he's played a great second shot in here. He lost his tour card a couple of seasons ago. Began well with a 66, followed by a 69. Took it to 7 under par at the halfway stage. That's a good putt though, and a birdie for Nordberg. Nordberg 1 over par for the day. Colin Montgomery once had 3 eagles in a round on this course. And in 1992, if you remember, he led by 5 shots, but Jamie Spence shot 60 in the final round to catch him up. A record clawback on the European Tour. This for a birdie. Andy's lowest score in Europe. It would be if he can finish solidly. Well, a missed opportunity, and really the first opportunity he's missed all day. Par 5. Opportunity missed. And the run of birdies comes to an end. Still upset by a second shot, which is right at the flag. And you heard there, he hit the 4-iron perfectly, so it was a 3-iron, obviously. Westwood, so close to being a great shot. Plummeting into sand. Torrance, I wonder is that little 7 wood, the Sam 7 missile. Oh, that's a shot and a half there. Coming out of the rough, he was never going to get it to sit down. Broadhurst, final member of this final 3-ball. Good shape there. It's par 5. A lot of low scores this season, Broadhurst. .62 in German Open, 64 in the French, 65 at Lytham, 64 here on day 1. Now Monty at 16. A lot of deep thinking going on.
190.
Having misclubbed on the last hole, doesn't want to do it again. The wind is gusting, but Monty wasn't very impressed with the design of this hole. Seve making it a par 3. It was a short par 4. And this time, they get the club right, but the wind didn't affect the ball in the way Montgomery expected it to. Tied for the lead. Colin Montgomery, 16 under par, 10 under par for his round today. This third round of the European Masters from Caen-sur-Cher. Live coverage of the European Masters at Caen-sur-Cher. Round 3, Sam Torrance, overnight leader, but no more. Tied with Colin Montgomery at 16 under par. But if he gets down in 2 here, this par 5 14th, he's back in the driving seat. Using the Vijay Singh putter, slightly heavier, and that'll just tail away as we have seen before on this green. From Ross Drummond and Nordberg. Used a putter made up for him by Titleist in round 1 and changed it to the Old Faithful for round 2. Broadhurst was short of the green here in 2, finding a rough off the tee. Broadhurst 8 under par this morning, 1 under for his round today. From Walsall. He's had a good season. 6 top 10s. It's good in anybody's language. Now Monty, 2 tour wins. Dubai, Druids Glen. This morning didn't look to have any chance of winning this tournament. He was 8 shots behind Sam Torrance when they teed off. And now he's tied for the lead. This was the tee shot at 16. Got the club selection just right here. But he expected the wind to tail the ball in closer to the flag. It's roughly pin high, but the wind left the ball well alone. Montgomery to go 11 under for his round today. Fairly quick putt, but not that quick. Now Torrance to get back into the lead at the 14th. Yeah, nowhere else but. One shot in front now. This really is turning into a fascinating battle between the former Dunhill Cup and Ryder Cup colleagues. Paul Curry now. Ooh, played that so well. Beautiful bunker shot from Curry. Gary Hamish Orr. This is a early opportunity. Scotsman prominent on the leaderboard this week. Eric Giraud, Frenchman, 134th in the order of merit, £31,000 to his name, so he needs about 10 grand to secure his tour card, and opportunities to play fast running out. This situation, there's a danger of the brain going into panic mode. You start to think about the magnitude of what you're doing. Mortgages and entire future, relying on a couple of rounds of golf. The other end of the scale, Colin Montgomerie, par 16. He's no worries about his financial future, but he's got a record on his mind here today. Now, Paul Curry, his second shot at 15 must have been very close to being absolutely superb, but he makes a birdie up and down from the bunker. Good save. Now Sam Torrance, thanks to that birdie at 14, gets back in front. One shot clear of Colin Montgomerie. Paul Curry, only 4 shots back now, and a great tournament for him too so far. Me, Mark Robson at the Canon European Masters, the third round, Cron-sur-Cher in Switzerland. Sam Torrance has just driven at 15 down the right hand side. Montgomerie has driven at 17 into the left rough. So it's only a short shot in for Montgomerie to the 17th, but a little bit less purchase from off the fairway, of course. Westwood.
Good swing there, Lee. Good shot.
Good swing, says Sam. This par 5, like 14, reachable. Wind seeming to get up a bit now this afternoon. Paul Broadhurst has been trying to change the shape of his tee shots in recent times, from a draw to a fade. He works with Bill Ferguson. He also works with Montgomerie and Woosnam. Giraud. 3 under today. Tour card on the line. Let that one go. Long par 3 this now, 235 yards. There's the tree you can see on the graphic in front of the green. So from one side of the tee it's almost a dogleg par 3. Sounds Irish, but there you are, it exists in Switzerland. Serviano Ballesteros changing this hole completely. Was a short par 4, now a tough par 3, as the stroke average at the hole tells you. Just 19 birdies. It doesn't get much better than this in terms of a setting. Just see the channels in the mountains where the ski lifts pull skiers up the slopes in the winter time here. Crans-Montana, famous ski resort. World Championships were here. The World Cup's been here as well. 1992. And Jamie Spence won the European Masters with that final round of 60 to overhaul Colin Montgomerie. And today, though, it's Montgomery's turn to shoot that sort of score. And he's on the 17th at the moment. 10 under par for his round today. Weather's been glorious this week. Wall-to-wall sunshine. Monty, £68,000 behind Ian Woosnam at the top of the order of merit. And victory here will take Montgomery into pole position. Lee Westwood having a marvellous season. Costantino Rocca missed the cut. This, of course, the second counting tournament to the Ryder Cup points table. And there's Montgomery, as I was telling you, missed the fairway off the tee, but a short shot in. What a backdrop. Fine shot. Fine shot indeed. Birdie finish for a 59. Paul Curry's having a good round today, 7 under par, under clubbed at 16. He's going to struggle to save par here. He knows all about low scores, though. He shot a 62 on his way to winning the Jersey Open, his only European Tour win. Gary Orr, the Scotsman. Was the Rookie of the Year in 1993 and has studied under David Ledbetter. This tournament ranked as one of the 7 main items on the Swiss cultural and sporting agenda for 1996. Good roll. This golf course renowned for low scores. Twice 60 has been shot round here. Jamie Spence, as I mentioned, also Baldovino da Sioux in 1971. He shot 60 when the par was 71, as it is today. Giraud. He had a half horseshoe at the last. Finished in the top 10 on the Challenge Tour last year. And actually shared the lead after 3 rounds of the 1992 French Open, but dropped back. Paul Curry's been on tour now since 1980. 35 years of age, very experienced. is for a par 3. Paul Curry also shot a 60 in the Bell's Scottish Open of 1992. One of 7 60s in European Tour history. And this is to go 11 under par for his round today and to tie the lead again. Oh, yes, he hit it. Oh, how close can you get? Obviously can't believe it. Well, that takes the 59 out of the equation unless he holds a second shot at the 18th. Ross Drummond to go into double figures. In terms of being under par, successfully negotiated. This 15th hole, there's been only 4 eagles at it, but plenty of birdies. Sam Torrance giving himself a bit of work to do, because look where the pin is, and that's a treacherous third shot he'll have at 15. But 1 shot clear of Colin Montgomerie. Paul Curry of England, 12 under, with Lee Westwood 1 shot further behind, and Ross Drummond, one of only 5 players then in double figures under par, but it's turning into quite a tournament. Share Sam Torrance with that devilishly difficult pitch shot over the bunker. Well, he's in the sand. Montgomerie at 18, par for 61. Now a typical Montgomerie drive, splicing the fairway. In all likelihood, Montgomerie and Torrance will play together tomorrow. Sunshine shootout between the Scots in the Swiss Alps. Up ahead, Barry Lane for his par, walking after it, never a good sign. It's the opening titles of the bill there. Shot dropped, level par round, 71. Now Torrance needs to get up and down for a par 5. Pin is very close to the lip of that bunker. Oh, what a magnificent golf shot that is. Beautiful touch, delicate shot. Westwood has played an excellent second shot. Just finding the neck of this green, the narrow opening. Well, it was right on line. If it hit it a bit firmer, it would have held on, probably. But he gets the result from this hole that the pros expect. 12 under par, 5 shots back. I think ever since Greg Norman's collapse at the Masters, players maybe don't quite look at 6-shot leads in the way that they used to. Didn't look like a very confident stroke. Torrance tapping in for his par to stay ahead by 1. Good 5 in the end. Deep down though, will be irritated that it wasn't a 4, but there's Paul Curry. Well right, just down in the nursery slopes. At the 17th. The 18th, the Australian, Bradley Hughes, plays quite a bit of his golf on the Japanese tour. Slight misjudgment, but just about finds the putting surface. He has very sensitive eyes and wears those dark shades as a matter of course. Bit like Robert Allenby. Michelle McGann on the ladies tour, American tour, she has a variety of hats. Allenby, the equivalent on the men's tour, but it's sunglasses with him. Miles Tunnicliffe, he's dropped a few shots today. Cracking season he's had though. 5 top 10 finishes. But it's not one of his better afternoons. The man who completes this 3-ball, Colin Montgomery, all attention focused on him. A birdie at the last would give him a round of 60. Yeah, I thought that had set off right. Back to petulance from Poetry. He says the gusting wind has affected approach shots of his on the last 4 holes. And Curry. Oh! Well, there was a big swing on that. Just well it hit the hole. It would have been a long way past. Westwood, 16th. Not want to crack with the right hand, but he's let it drift away. Oh, I think he might have hit that tree. Clattering into the firs. Well-deserved applause for Montgomery. Three holes back. The leader. Prize of hang on. That's a good tee shot. Difficult hole, this 16th.
Bravo, Seve.
A reference to the man who redesigned this hole. Seve very complimentary about Sam's game yesterday. He said not once but twice that he'd never seen him play as well. And of course Torrance, having missed out last week, looking to get a few points on the Ryder Cup table. Good shot, Brodie, says Sam. Well, it was right on line. Good shot. On Montgomery's 54th green. This for a 60. Oh, it's looking pretty good. But he hasn't hit it again. And well, that should be cast iron 4. And a really immaculate round of golf. What a fantastic golfer Colin Montgomery is. And he really does deserve to win a major championship. He's come close on several occasions now. Remember how well he played the last few holes at the USPGA a year ago. Sparkling birdies coming in under real pressure to tie Elkington. Bradley Hughes, good looking putt, thank you very much. And the Australian finishing with a birdie and a smile. And a level par round of 71. Three over par today, Miles. £90,000 worth of winnings this season. And a good putt from Tunnicliffe right in the middle. But a 74. And he needed 3 late birdies to help him to that score. Montgomery to tap in for his par at 18. And a truly great round of golf from Colin Montgomery. Some great iron shots early in the day. Look at that, not one drop shot, 10 birdies. 6 of them in a row. And Montgomery well and truly back in the frame in this tournament. 1 shot behind Torrance. Brilliant stuff. Curry having almost taken a chunk out of the back of the hole with his first putt for a par, and tickles it in through the front side door. This is the 16th green, the final 3-ball on the course. Paul Broadhurst, Lee Westwood and Sam Torrance. Bobbled and bumped a bit. Doesn't seem totally at ease with his putter. Nice Sam, the skinhead. He's had his hair cut 5 times in recent weeks. 3 times in Jamaica, once in Sunningdale, and once here in Crom, Montana. But apparently the wife Suzanne likes it. And as any married man will know, that's the most important thing. This is for 2. Stone dead. Nice putt from Torrance. He'll be happy enough getting down in 2 from there, of course. Rookie of the Year, Sam Torrance, in 1972. Would you believe? 24 years ago. Westwood's tee shot was well right. So is this for a par? It was in all the way. The old Irish saying, 99% of all putts short don't go in. Two 3s and a 4. Two holes to go for Sam Torrance, and a 1-shot lead. Montgomery in the clubhouse safely now, a round of 61, and really it could have been better. Could have been a 59, but great golf from Monty. Just 3 matches left on the course here at Cron-sur-Cher. The 3rd round of the European Masters. That's Paul Curry putting together a good round of golf, and that's a good recovery, having found sand off the tee at 18. A bunker that Severiano Ballesteros recommended be put in. Caught Eduardo Romero earlier in the week, and he half shanked into the tents to the right of the green. Curry, Gary Orr and Eric Giraud of France playing together today. And this is Gary Orr from Helensburgh. 6th season on the European Tour. And a good shot. You can see that Eric Giroux has hit an immaculate second in here at this 377 yard par 4 18th, which could yet be the scene of much drama tomorrow afternoon. It looked as if Sam Torrance was running away with this tournament last night when he birdied the 9th, his 18th hole, the par 5, for a 6-shot lead. But it's been chewed at all day by Colin Montgomery, nibbled away. The vistas around this course really are quite incredible. You can see the Matterhorn, Mont Blanc, the Valais Alps, and when the sun shines, there's no better place than the mountains. That's coming from a fanatical skier. I wouldn't fancy skiing down that bit. This golf course in the winter covered in snow, so it's tough for the green staff here to get the course in a decent shape. The reasons why this tournament is played so late in the season. And Colin Montgomery, for one, saying it's his 8th visit here, the best he's ever seen the course. Torrance has missed the short stuff off the 17th tee. Oh, what a shot, though. What a recovery. Now, it's the same line he has left that Montgomery had, so we know that it breaks right at the death. Target for Torrance this week is to get enough money to get himself into the top 50 in the order of merit and gain entry to the Volvo Masters. He's 66th at the moment. Paul Curry for a birdie at 18. Quickish putt. And virtually stone dead. Paul Broadhurst.
You stand still there, please.
Might have expected a bit more check. Seen quite a few shots in 17 actually bounding on. Maybe the green's a little bit firmer than some of the others. Oh, Gary Orr. That looks good. That's a fine way to finish from Gary Orr. Good 68, solid round of golf. And plenty of Scots. The thin air obviously suits them. Eric Giroux, whose second shot to the last was the best of the three. No, never online. Scuba diving accident last year kept him out of golf for quite a while, but he's come back and he's played well this week. He'll experience a lot of pressure tomorrow as he goes for a good closing round to secure the tour card. Now Westwood. struggling to save his par now. Here's Paul Curry, 12 under par, just tapping in for his par. And a fine round of golf from Paul Curry, 65, great stuff. Not one drop shot on the card, similar to Montgomery in that respect. Montgomery earlier shooting 61. Broadhurst through the shadows on this beautiful alpine afternoon. Yes, just like Montgomery's, drifting away at the end. And Torrance will have been watching that. Rounds of 64 and 70. Par at the last for another 70 for Broadhurst. Westwood could have added to that Scandinavian Masters title in Czechoslovakia, but had a couple of late double bogeys on the final day. Had to settle for 5th in the end. I'll remember that 50-footer he holed in the playoff in the Masters to beat Russell Clayton. So a drop shot. Good crowds here on day 3. Torrance for a birdie. This would take him 2 shots clear of Montgomery, who's in the clubhouse. It's worth another look. Unless this is hit firmly, it will just drift away at the end as the ball runs out of steam. Good line. Oh. And if anything, it stopped moving at the crucial point. It was certainly hit with plenty of pace. But a par 4 for Torrance. But he must have looked very good from his end. It's 3 or 4 inches short of the hole, that putt. Westwood slips back to 10 under. 3 under par today, the Englishman. So there you are, 4 Scotsmen in the top 5 positions. Joint 5th, Gary Orr and Ross Drummond, and a brace of Scotsmen leading the tournament. Torrance by 1 shot from Colin Montgomery. Paul Curry, it's fine 65 from him today, 6 under par in 3rd place. The penultimate 3 ball. One hole ahead, Ross Drummond. Not the sort of putt you like to leave yourself for your final effort of a Saturday afternoon. Four-time Scottish champion, Drummond. Seems to have been around for an eternity. Not as long as this man. No. Dreadful tee shot from Sam Torrance, and he's been rather fortunate there. The ball has managed to maneuver its way back into the middle of the fairway almost. Didn't seem to complete his backswing there. Looked very short. He hasn't made too many poor swings since he worked with Father Bob at Wentworth on Monday. Father Bob isn't a priest, by the way, it's his dad. Broadhurst choosing the iron, and he too making a poor swing, and well, that bunker was put in by Seve to catch tee shots like that, but he seems to have skipped it. But it's nestled down. Darren Clark, good second shot. And this for 69. Had a couple of good finishes this season following a chance meeting with a sports psychologist at Heathrow. And finished third and fourth in consecutive weeks, but his putting really, it's been a tale of disaster. Actually, considering the way he's been putting, his scoring's remarkably good. 68, 68, 70. Now Drummond this to break 70. Well, the disappointment of a dropped shot for Drummond at 18. Slightly takes the gloss off an otherwise excellent round of golf. And a 69. Two drop shots in the last three holes. Painful. I can only assume this helicopter shot was filmed before Seve put the bunker in down the right-hand side. Pin today, 10 paces from the right, 9 on. Sam Torrance very lucky off the tee. Had a low squirty one left. And the ball kicked and scrambled its way back onto the middle of the fairway. And this is the swing that led to such a poor result. And the look of disgust on the face. Dragged it into the trees on the left-hand side. Hit something fairly solid and ended up right there. Sort of little break you need now and again. Winners have to play well, but they also need the occasional generous slice of luck. Ball slightly below the feet on this sloping 18th fairway. He may not lead this tournament for much longer. Not a difficult bunker shot. Torrance hasn't clicked today the way he did in the first round, and more especially in the second when he shot 63. The work with Father Bob Torrance was to improve or to get the lower half to work more in tandem with the hands and arms. The hands and arms have become a bit independent. Paul Broadhurst, or as he was called once by a German colleague of mine in Eurosport, Paul Bratwurst, which of course is a German sausage. Managed to skip through the bunker. And the ball hit a couple of branches there on the way through. And he's just caught the rough, and that leaves him with a difficult shot. And to get it up quickly and stop it quickly. Good vantage point from the roof of the many chalets around this course. Lee Westwood then. Well, it's a super shot from Westwood. It just sucked a little bit too much for him. Had a birdie opportunity. Dropped a shot at 17. Story of the day, though, wonderful performance by Colin Montgomery with a scintillating round of 61. And it was punctuated with some superb iron shots. This was the ninth hole, the par 5 ninth, where he almost holed for an eagle 3. Didn't have to rely too much on the putter in the early parts of his round. He hit several of these shots absolutely stone dead. That was another one. And this the par 3 11th. And again, a great iron shot, crisply struck. And stone dead once more. And it was one hole further on, and another birdie, and then at 13. Yet again. And at this stage, it looked as if a 59 might well be on. At the 14th, he was just off the back of the green in 2 shots, 2 putts for yet another birdie. And he did it. And that was 6 in a row at that stage. And at 17, he thought he'd hold this one. And he couldn't believe it. And that really ended his chances of shooting a 59, which was undoubtedly his target then. Par the 18th. And nevertheless, a scintillating round of 61. 10 birdies, no bogeys. Close to perfection. Not the best score round here though. Baldovino Dasu and Jamie Spence both shot 60. Sam Torrance up and down to take a one-shot lead into the final round. He's played some good bunker shots in the last few holes. Played a really great one at 15 to save par. Hasn't been his best golf today, Torrance, but he's held it together, showing his experience over 20 years on tour. Live cycling coming up next with David Duffield here on Eurosport. Live golf in the meantime. Third round coming to a close on the European Masters. Final 3 ball on the final green. Their 54th hole. He's hardly missed a tournament this season, Lee Westwood. Played almost every week. Broadhurst took an iron off the tee for safety and hit it well right. Caught the trees with his second shot. Put his third little pitch over the bunker to there, and this for a 4. His putting has not been the strong department today. Level par round of 71. 8 under where he started the day. Sam Torrance led by 6 at the start, leads by 1 now. And this to take that narrowest of leads into the final round. And the old faithful Vijay Singh version of the broom handle does the trick yet again. And Torrance with a round of 68. Just one drop shot, missed a short putt at 11, 3 under par. And yet his advantage has shrunk considerably. Par 4 for Westwood. His great form this season continues, also matching Sam Torrance's 68, the highlight for Westwood, an eagle at the 7th, the drivable par 4 7th hole. That's the end of the third round here at Crans-sur-Cher, the Canon European Masters. Sam Torrance leading Colin Montgomery by 1 shot. Paul Curry not out of it. Lee Westwood, well, maybe he still has a chance. Remember Jamie Spence in 1992, he came from 10 shots back to beat Colin Montgomery. Final round of 60 from Jamie Spence. But tomorrow, a Celtic crunch between the two Scots. The Ryder Cup and Dunhill Cup partners, Sam Torrance and Colin Montgomery. We're all set for what should be a tantalising climax to the Canon European Masters. Cycling next, but remember to join us for final round coverage from Switzerland tomorrow. It's Mark Robson saying, see you later.
The PGA European Tour was brought to you by Volvo.